for our circle of silence. We're just making our way to the meeting point at Trafalgar Square.
So you can join us again for the 2019 category at UK London Winter Run. For now, we're still enjoying the 2018 edition. Going to go up on the podium now.
So we're just sitting with our guys that are going to be doing the activism with us. We're just going to meet them outside the museum. It's going to be a great day. Hello! Good job! So today we're in London, taking part in the Circle of Silence outside the National Gallery. It's busy in London today, and we've had already quite a lot of interest in what we're doing here. So I see you were looking at what we were doing here today. What do you think of it?
Oh, well, I think it's good to have like more public exposure, because only a lot of people, or like especially if you grew up in, like, I guess in a big city like London, a lot of people don't grow up with like the consciousness that an animal has to be slaughtered to have meat on your plate. So I think, like, as an initial like pinch in the right direction, it's good. Yeah.
So you were saying to me earlier that you're vegan?
Yes.
How long have you been vegan for?
For 2 years now. I actually had my vegan anniversary like on the 31st of January. So very.
And what makes you turn vegan then?
Well, like, I went vegetarian first for environmental reasons, and like then you come to see that dairy especially is very inefficient, and like I got more exposure to the ethical side as well, so I went vegan for ethical reasons.
Excellent.
I didn't put anything about the dairy industry. I have something about like an animal is more than like just a barcode on a product, and also some stuff about palm oil, because I think that's also a very important issue.
Very important, yeah. We know a lot of our forests have been completely destroyed, aren't they, by that?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. So are your family vegan as well?
No.
Hello, friends. I'm videoing. Are you vegan too?
She's making me into one. I'm learning still.
You're learning. So,
Yes.
what about yourself?
I'm trying to be a vegetarian.
So what do you think is the hardest part about becoming a vegan or a vegetarian?
So I'm from Portugal, so for me the hardest part is not the vegetables, but some of the replacements are really expensive and not available. A lot of times it's doable, it's just more complicated than...
Certainly, I've seen a change in this country. When I was vegetarian when I was 11, there was no products, no replacement products. And I've been vegan, about 2.5 years now, and I have seen an influx of stuff coming into the city. It's brilliant. I mean, the UK is just becoming amazing.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be vegan here, but I can understand in other countries it's probably not quite as far advanced.
And we're living in Czech Republic, and there, for example, I find it easier to be vegan than in Portugal even. So
what made you want to become one then?
For me, it's first of all, it's like about animal cruelty and my health personally, because since I stopped especially eating dairy and stuff like that, I noticed that my digestion is much better. I'm not bloated like the majority of the times. Like, for yourself it's good, and obviously for the environment as well.
Yeah.
Like,
what aspect of the animals did you think was wrong then?
Like, for me, okay, she showed me a video about carnism and facts about like cows and pigs that people just don't know and are not aware of. And for me, just the fact, why don't we eat dogs, and why we criticize who eat dogs, but then we eat cows and pigs. And for example, I live close to a cow farm, and for me, I never realized that those animals were gonna be killed and eaten and suffer. Yeah. It's just like we don't put 2 + 2 together.
Other things, I mean, milk is much
milk
choice
for me
now.
was the easiest one, and I thought it was going to be really, really hard.
Yeah, it is by far the first thing that people normally change is milk, because there's so many options out there.
It's just really kind of like oat milk is like...
It's interesting you've already seen the health benefits for yourself though as well. That's really good.
Yeah, it's not only like for things that we can barely see, it's like you feel it, and it's, I don't know, it's especially as soon as you start getting informed, especially about eating meat, the things change.
Yeah, definitely.
They change.
Well, it's been really great talking to you guys. Thank you very much. Enjoy your time here.
Much.
Take care.
Awesome.
Thank you. We're just trying to demonstrate the horrors of the milk and dairy and meat industry. I just wanted to know what your opinion was of it. And this lady here was saying that she doesn't agree with using animals, but she still eats meat, mostly from pressure from family, telling you that you need to eat it for the right nutrients.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion on that?
See, our mum's a doctor, and like we went through this phase of being like, oh yeah, let's all go vegan, but like this is not healthy.
Why do you think it's not healthy?
You just don't get the right nutrients and stuff. Like,
Could you be vegan? What if I told you that everyone here was all vegan that's doing the demonstration
well, I
today?
don't know myself, but that's just what we were told.
So do you think that you perpetuate what you're told? That you believe what your family sort of tell you and what your school tell you and you just go along with it?
Yeah,
Okay. Have you ever thought about looking into it for yourself?
not really.
I saw you taking some pictures. So what's your opinion of what we're doing here today?
I think it's great. You
Oh,
should,
great.
keep it going on. But it's a matter of education, you know. It's a matter of resisting and fighting. I don't believe on the argument that says that we need to eat animals to feed, for example, the poor or Africa and so on, because our food without animals would be enough to feed everyone in the planet if we wanted to. So
Absolutely.
it's not a matter or a question of eating animals. It's a question of power and politics. So
It's a big industry. They make a lot of money out of us,
it's
don't
a big
they?
industry, yeah.
And if you think about it, we're told from children that we need to have milk for calcium.
Yeah, there's lots of kinds of milk, you know.
Absolutely.
Almond milk, and
Yeah.
soya milk, and other kinds of.
Are you a vegetarian or vegan
No,
yourself?
I'm not. I'm vegetarian friend.
Okay, so you know quite a lot.
Be at least 2 or 3 days in a week completely vegetarian, because I come from a country which is very traditional to eat animals.
Yeah.
Which is Portugal, and we like a lot our food in a very traditional way. So
It's culture
it's a kind
and tradition.
It's a tradition, yeah. So it's a kind of feeling and knowing that it's not right, and we are trying to change it a little bit. And I'm trying to change it in my life, not in our tradition, but when you learn it, you can eat very good food without touching animals. I believe so. So I'm very interested in what you are
Do you
doing.
think we're here today?
I am to answer. I don't know because
Because I saw you taking a video of what we were doing here today. Do you know why we're here?
Why you're here today? I don't know.
We're here to educate people about
Because
factory
you don't want-
farming.
because you don't want people eating meat.
That's right.
Because you don't want people killing animals that way.
Yeah. And what do you think of that?
I think that we can kill it, but in the right way maybe, because we are made to also to eat meat.
You think we're made to eat meat, yeah?
We can eat meat. Yeah.
You said first of all, if we do it in the right way, what would be the right way for you to kill an animal?
Maybe letting him live his life, and then I don't know.
Well, kill him at the end of his life. Do you mean?
Yes, maybe.
Do you know that in the UK and other countries that pigs are slaughtered at 6 months of age, so they're just babies when they're killed? They're all 6 months, so they hadn't had much chance to live their life.
I know also before 6 months. 6 months.
6 months, pigs are killed. Yeah, they're fattened up. They're very large because they're fattened up, but they're actually babies. They're just 6 months old.
I know.
How does that
do
make
it
you feel?
Because the meat is more.
Tender.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel though when you know that they're only 6 months old and they're just babies?
Actually,
Has it shocked you?
it didn't shock me because I didn't see it.
Because you didn't see it?
Yeah.
Okay. If you saw a truck full of babies of 6 months old going into the slaughterhouse, would that change your mind at all?
I don't know actually.
Would that make you feel a bit different?
It makes me think.
Yeah? Is anything wrong in us drinking cow's milk?
If it is wrong,
Yeah, do you think it's wrong? What about if I told you that for a cow to produce milk for us, she has to be forcibly impregnated first and then her calf is taken away from her?
yeah, I know.
Is that bad?
It's not good.
Makes you think, doesn't it? When you think milk and dairy is fine, and so you think about how we've had to provide that milk and dairy to us. It involves forcing a cow to become pregnant and then stealing her calf, which is quite sad, isn't it? Do you consider, and that will have changing your diet at all? At least look into it and find out the truth for yourself and whether you really need it and whether...
I don't know what to say.
All I'll say to you is...
I know you're right, but I mean just for me. Because...
Can I leave you with one thought? If you had a choice for your meal, you've got 2 plates. One involved a lot of cruelty and harm to an animal and ultimate death for them, or a plate of food that involved no cruelty and harm. Which would you choose? The one without harm. So you've already got the mindset of a vegan, but you're just not there yet. But you have the mindset of one. Yeah.
In Spain. That's
So you think the law protects the animals from suffering?
No. Well, yes, for suffering during slaughter, just for nutrition. I think they don't suffer. Well,
If I said to you that there's a video out called Land of Hope and Glory that has been all UK footage in the last year or so, and it shows you these animals being sent to slaughter, and it shows you the suffering that they have. And we've got the videos here in the Circle of Silence.
I don't know.
Today.
The problem is that as animals are not humans, we cannot chat with them and know how they are living this suffering. So.
But I could go to a different country and someone could speak a different language to me and I wouldn't understand them, but that wouldn't mean to say they weren't suffering just because I couldn't understand them.
Yeah, but our minds are very different from animals' minds, so we have some emotions they cannot.
What about your dog? If you stood on your dog's tail, would it respond with the pain?
Well, I think dog's behavior is more about how can I say it? Instinct than really emotions and feelings.
Have you ever had an animal live with you?
No, I haven't.
Well,
Just
I can assure you that if a dog is living with you and you stood on its tail, it would show emotion. It would suffer pain. All animals, we're an animal at the end of the day.
Yes,
we all
well.
suffer. We've all got the capacity. Pigs are actually incredibly intelligent. They're as intelligent as a 3 or 4-year-old child. They can solve problems. They can remember things.
Okay.
They're sentient beings just like us.
Well,
So if I put a question to you before you go, because I know you've probably got somewhere to go. If you had 2 plates in front of you and you had a plate full of meat that you knew the animal had been bred, treated badly, slaughtered and suffered in order to give you that meal, or you had a plate that was the vegan option, where it was just as nutritious, just as satisfying, just as enjoyable to eat, and there was no suffering, which plate would you choose?
okay, it's going to sound very rude for my part, but honestly, I would choose meat.
You would choose meat?
Yeah.
So you choose meat even though the animal suffered?
I mean, in that conditions, they are very, very particular. I won't make the animal suffer, but I won't give up in eating meat.
Even at the expense of an animal suffering?
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
But,
Well, at least you're honest.
but
What about if it was your pet suffering?
it's my
If it was your pet, if you had a pet dog and someone was going to harm your dog, would you protect your dog from someone?
yes, I could.
Okay.
Yes, I could.
So if it was yours, you'd want to protect it.
Yes, I could.
This is how we feel about
Yeah.
animals in farms. We want to protect them just as you would want to protect a dog that you had living with you. Because we consider all animals to be equal and all important and all have worth.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is
I
this something you
respect
can at least think
I
about?
mean, I can understand it, but
Yes, okay. Do you want to tell us why you're vegetarian?
It's just something I've always wanted to do since I was little.
And what age were you when you turned vegetarian then?
It's taken me a long time because I come from a country that eats meat as like their culture. Yeah,
And what country's that?
South Africa. South
So-
Africa.
And it's very meat orientated
Yeah.
there. So it's quite hard to go up against that, I guess.
Yeah, and also just a lot of people are closed-minded, so they don't really understand why.
So how did you find out the sort of realities of it?
I don't know. I just like I remember my art teacher was vegan, and she showed us a video of what they did and how they killed the animals, and I guess it just made me feel really like ill to think that's what I was doing.
So you made the choice then. So you had to go up against quite a few people then, really, to stick to your guns?
Oh, it was hard for my parents as well to kind of understand why I was doing it, because they're like, you've eaten meat your whole life.
Yeah.
But it's just a personal choice, something I've always felt like I needed to do.
So I think, of course, it's not right to kill some animals, and I love dogs, I love animals, and I really like that, but at the same time, not too pushy. I think what you're doing is right, but if you talk with big companies, then they push too much for producing to profits. I'm Italian, and there are some places in Italy where they grow and where they use and kill animal not in a good way, but I mean.
What do you think would be a good way to kill an animal then?
I think to respect them, to allow animals not to be awake 24 hours per day under some big light to make them produce more milk and stuff, but to let them
more of a
free.
natural environment.
Yeah, and for example, where I live, there are cows, they're running free in the mountains, and when they are kind of old, they are killed by
So you'd
humans.
feel happier if an animal was allowed to have its natural lifespan before it was killed?
Yeah, because it's what happened in nature.
So you just came past today and you decided you were going to join in with us. Why was that? What happened?
Well, I planned to come down today. I just think people need to be made aware of how animals are treated in the meat, dairy and egg industry.
So you saw the event, did you, on Facebook?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant. Do you live near here?
No, I don't live in the Midlands. Yeah.
Were you travelling down for something else?
Down just for this.
You're
Yeah.
joking? You
Yeah.
came down just for this?
Yeah.
That is amazing. You brought your daughter with you? Hi, how old are you? 10. 10. So are you vegetarian or vegan yourself?
Vegan, yeah.
You're vegan?
Yeah,
What about
yeah.
your daughter?
Yeah.
You're vegan
She's
too?
vegan, yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So how long have you been vegan for?
About 6 weeks now.
Oh, so really new to it.
Yeah.
And what changed
Yeah.
you then? What made you turn vegan?
Vegetarian for a year. Watching videos, mostly all the footage on YouTube. You can see there is alternatives to meat, so there's
So
no need
easy
to,
now, isn't
no
it?
need to have animals abused. Yeah, it's so easy. There's no excuse not to.
And what about your daughter? Did you bring your daughter up vegetarian or?
No, I mean I was brought up as a meat eater as a child, and even led to believe that was a normal diet. And likewise, I then brought my daughter up, but it was only the last couple of years, as more information's been fed out, we realise it's wrong, that it's not necessary to eat animals.
So how do you feel about being a vegetarian stroke vegan now?
Healthier.
You feel healthier? Is it better for the animals as well? 24 million animals each day are killed on factory farms. How can we justify this? Animals are not property. They all have feelings, every one of them, just like you and I. And why we're here is exactly for this reason. To love, respect, show kindness and compassion towards our animals. So it's been a fantastic day in London today with my vegan activist friends. We've spoken to some amazingly interesting people who've had some really positive responses to what we've done here in London today. So altogether a fab day of animal activism.